What language do you think they spoke in Dutch Fort Kochi? And when I say Fort Kochi, I mean this area specifically and not just any part after you cross the Topmudi Bridge. Okay, so naturally it isn't Dutch, because why would I ask this question if it was? Okay, so what we need to understand is that there were several polyglots who lived across Kerala, particularly in the coastal areas. This is because Kerala was the hub of the spice trade, and that meant that people from multiple regions came and settled there either permanently or temporarily during the trading period itself. So we know that Arabs, Portuguese, Dutch, English, Danish, Phoenician, Konkanese and Tamil people lived and traded in Kerala during this period because they were trying to export pepper and all of the other good spicy stuff. So when the Portuguese came and set up Fort Emmanuel, naturally Portuguese was the language that was spoken there. Eventually, this Portuguese morphed into what is known as Cochin Portuguese Creole. Put very simply, a Creole is a stable language that is created when two or more languages interact. Okay, so traders were speaking the language, but did anyone else outside of Fort Kochi speak Portuguese or the Creole version of it? In 1661, nearly 150 years after Vasco da Gama landed in Calicut, a succession crisis broke out in Cochin, and one of the claimants to the throne, a prince from the Mutatawari, decided to approach the Dutch for help. Amongst other power brokers, he also approached the Samudri, for instance. This prince, Veera Keralavarma, when he went and met the Dutch delegation, spoke in Portuguese according to a Dutch surgeon named Walter Schouten. Schouten? No Schouten. I suppose he felt that learning Portuguese helped him diplomatically. Anyway, it didn't really amount to much because he died on the way back from exile after his coup didn't go exactly according to plan. It's not that the Dutch didn't succeed, it just didn't go down the way they expected it to. And nearly 50 years after their exit, Portuguese still continued to be the language of diplomacy because we know that the Samudri sent letters to the English factor in Portuguese. And even after the Dutch took over Fort Kochi, Portuguese continued to be the language of the little fortified town. The Dutch despaired that none of the Dutch mixed race people even attempted to learn Dutch and were happy with learning Portuguese. This makes a lot of sense to me because, Dutch is not a very serious language. Cochin Portuguese Creole would not just endure the Dutch era, it would also endure the British era. Actually, the last speaker of Cochin Portuguese Creole died in 2010. This was when I had just finished college, so that makes me feel a little young or old. I don't know, I'm conflicted.